What's up, everybody? It's the Amish Country Mets fan here, back again with another hot stove update. First things first, I want to say thank you to all of you that have subscribed to the channel. I finally hit that 300 number. I'm very excited for that, and I couldn't have done it without every one of you watching. So I appreciate all y'all. Plan to grow this more, so if you have a friend, tell them about it. If you're watching this right now for the first time, please like, comment, subscribe. Everybody like and comment, but if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And yeah, I appreciate y'all, but let's jump into it. So, I don't really want to talk about this. It's not really Mets news, but we cover baseball in general here. Juan Soto got dealt to the Yankees for a package of Michael King, Brito, Vasquez, Drew Thorpe, and Kyle Higashioka, I believe. That was the 5 guys. The Yankees, I believe, also got Grisham back in the deal. At first glance, I think people won't be too impressed, I don't think, with the package that the Padres got back. But let's look at this from a Mets perspective, and the way I'm reading at least the X Twitterverse, whatever you want to call it, a lot of Mets fans are down bad on this one. I get it and I don't get it. I get that some Mets fans are very hyper-focused on what the Yankees do. They don't like to see the Yankees get better. They don't like Yankee fans. They don't like when the Yankees get things that the Mets don't get. There's a little bit of jealousy there. Let's face it, if you're being honest with yourself. I get it. Me personally, I dropped that long ago, and I think maybe that some of that had something to do with moving out here to the middle of nowhere. Let's face it, I don't have to see Yankee fans every day. I don't got to deal with them every day. So it's a little different. Yeah, I interact with them online or whatever, but I can tune that out a little easier, I guess. So I get that. I get that aspect of having that Yankee annoyance thing going. But to me, man, the Mets were never going to make this deal. They just couldn't. We don't have the prospect capital. Not even the prospect capital, because the prospects weren't anything crazy. We don't have the major league ready pitching to get this done. They got, what, 2-3 major league ready guys out of this, plus a top 100 pitching prospect, a serviceable catcher. The Mets can't match that. The Mets don't have, nobody wants Tyler McGill and David Peterson. They stink. And that's our major league ready pitching. Jose Butto, nobody wants him either. Let's call a spade a spade. Jose Butto isn't moving needles for people. So yeah, it sucks, I guess, and would have been nice to see him in Queens. I'm not convinced he's signing a contract. Hand up though, I was saying for a little bit that I didn't really necessarily think he would get traded. So I was wrong on that. I've said it in the past. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I guess maybe part of it maybe was wishful thinking. I just didn't want to see him get traded to the Yankees because I knew the Mets weren't going to get him, and it's always felt like it was going to be the Yankees for whatever reason. No other teams seemed to really be in on this, except I guess there were some rumors the Blue Jays were interested, but I don't know how far along that got. So for whatever reason, it was a Yankee Padre thing pretty much all along, even back when we were talking about this in the during the season. Like, it seemed like the Yankees were hyper focused on getting this guy, and they got their guy. Good for them. It's not the end of the world to me. I know some fans are tired of hearing this probably. Again, I gotta wait and see approach. I'm not going to get upset over a guy that I never expected to be a Met to begin with. Now, if you want to get upset because you thought we could get him next year as a free agent or something, I guess. I'm like I said, I'm not convinced he's gonna sign an extension, but it is a probability. So it is what it is. Nothing. It's out of the Mets' control. I don't think any of this was ever really in the Mets' control, because unless they wanted to just throw away all their top prospects, and even still, the Padres probably wanted what they wanted. They wanted arms, and major league ready arms, and we don't have that. So it is what it is. I say let's move on. Hopefully you guys can move on, and we move forward. And to that end, there's not a lot of news. I know it's getting frustrating. I know people want something to happen. The big news, though, apparently Steve Cohen, David Stearns, and maybe, they didn't deny it, maybe Kodai Senga went to Japan to meet with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, his representatives, his family. To me, this is a big development. Now, some would argue, well, we went and met him, we didn't make a deal, he's still meeting other teams. I get that. I get that concern. But I think only Martino said the Giants, I think, went to see him there as well. I think they're the only other team that did, and I don't think he mentioned their owner going, so I think we're the only team that sent out our owner, our president, potentially our one of our star pitchers, to meet with this guy, to talk with his family. And if there's one thing, you want to argue with me over the Mets, over certain things, whatever, there's one thing that I don't think can be argued, is when Steve Cohen gets involved, starts talking to families, starts meeting with families, he normally gets this stuff done. Like, let's be real. Like, he got involved with Max. You can argue the Carlos Correa thing didn't work out, but he got involved there, jumped in, started meet. Like, when he does these things, like, deals get done. I don't think this man is wasting his time if he doesn't think he can get the deal done and get a fly to Japan. Like, I'm not saying it's a done deal. I'm not even saying that we're the front runner necessarily. I'm just saying, like, to me, it's a good sign that he's involved, because, again, he's got plenty of other things to do. Yeah, he's our owner, but he also has other jobs. I don't think he's just wasting his time going to Japan to have dinner with this dude if he doesn't think it's a very good possibility that we can sign him. So, to me, that's a good sign. To me, that's the positive development. Whether or not we still get him, who knows? Again, this is where the Yankees concern me, because this is something we're directly competing against them, or at least from what the reports say. There's other teams involved. I think there's like 7 teams. Will Salmon from The Athletic said. So we got a lot of competition. Steve Cohen has more money than anybody else. If money is the driving factor for Yamamoto, I mean, I'd say we're in a pretty good spot, because Steve Cohen has more money than anybody else. But obviously, if we're talking about, I hear things about he loves the Yankee pedigree and this, that, and the other. If that stuff gets involved, and that's really what's driving his decision, then maybe we do lose out. Let's face it. Let's be real. Again, the Mets aren't the Yankees. The Yankees do have a richer history than the Mets. If that plays a part in his decision making, then it is what it is. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully in his talk with Steve and his talk with David, like, they were able to hammer home why he should be a Met and all the reasons that he would be comfortable in Queens and the vision for the team moving forward. And that's my hope. I know I'm riding on hope. I know there's a guy in the group chat, hope is not a strategy. I get it. It's not. But listen, guys, still to this moment, guys haven't fallen off the list that I wanted, except for one. I will add, Eduardo Rodriguez did sign a 4-year, I believe, around $80 million deal with Arizona. That's a great deal for them, in my opinion. Would have been nice to be in on that. I don't know. There's conflicting reports whether or not we were involved. Martino says no. There was a couple other reports that said we were at some point. I don't know what the move was there, why we didn't seek it out more. It could just be it wasn't. He didn't think it was a fit or whatever. But so that one to me bothers me a little bit, just because it's a guy I would have wanted on in the staff. But there's still a lot of options out there. Obviously, Yamamoto's the main one. And here's where I'll leave it. Like David Stearns said, and this gave me made me happy to hear, because I felt it, but I don't think a lot of other fans necessarily were feeling that the direction we were going in. And maybe they didn't have enough information. But he said he has a plan for if Yamamoto signs, and he has a plan for if he doesn't sign. Like, he's got a plan. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to tell us what that plan is. I know it's frustrating to wait and see what this plan is. I know the thought of putting your eggs in the Yamamoto basket and losing them sucks. But our president has a plan. Our president's going to figure this out. He's already filling out the edges of the roster. I like it. I'm just not ready to listen. Like I said, I will, if it comes to it, be upset and make a video being disappointed that we didn't get blah 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 in the offseason. I'm not there yet because the offseason hasn't played out yet. So talk to me in mid-January. You might see a different video. I hope not. I hope I'm right, and I hope we are headed in the right direction and we are going to compete in 2024. Either way, man, I do see the vision. I do see us getting better. It's going to be okay. Just hang in there. Get off the don't get back up from the ledge. It's going to be fine. I even see fans that were starting to teeter that weren't there yet. Like, there's still options out there. Still gonna be fine. Even if we lose out, losing Yamamoto would suck, especially if it's to the Yankees too. But I still think, regardless, Stearns is gonna figure this out. Obviously, though, signing Yamamoto would be a huge step. It would lift people's spirits. It would be a big step in the right direction for this team. So let's hope that's what happens. Who knows when that decision is going to come. Apparently he's coming to the States this weekend, next week, whatever, and we'll meet with some teams, and I guess we'll go from there. So, sorry for being a little long-winded. Again, appreciate all of y'all. We'll see what happens. We'll see what today brings and what tomorrow brings, and so on and so forth. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you stay warm. Say hi to the piggies back there. Have a great day. Let's go Mets. We'll talk to y'all later.